Hello, welcome to Music Musings. I am Derek. With me all the time is Pat.
Hey guys, welcome back. I was on vacation and had fun. If you have a chance, please go to Niagara Falls, get yourself a Bolson, and go see the waterfall. It is fantastic. But I am happy to be back and happy to be back with my brother. And I'm ready to get started.
Back in the States.
Yeah, let me clarify. I'm back on U.S. soil.
Right.
Oh man.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Nothing like beautiful waterfalls, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing.
Nature.
Oh man.
Yeah, we are excited. We know this episode is coming out a little late, and well, really don't have any excuse. So, but you know what? We're also not getting paid for this, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. While you guys are, chilling, we're doing this for free.
Right. No one's paying us. We have no ads. We have no support.
No, not
Okay?
yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Unless you want to pay us.
Yeah.
Then,
Please.
We'll create a link.
We'll create a donation link. There we go. That's what I'll do. I'll do it on the website. I'll create a donation link. There's actually an option for it. I just never turned it on.
If you want to throw us a couple bucks,
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Please, that'd be great.
Buy us a coffee. Buy us a coffee.
Yeah,
we love coffee.
Yeah,
or I do. I don't know. Pat,
yeah, I like green tea. I'm a tea guy.
Right. So buy me a coffee. Buy him a green tea.
Yeah, and, perfect.
There you go. Anyway, let's get into today's episode. But before we do that, we're going to talk about our recent musings.
Yes.
I will start.
Please do.
Mine are all over the place this week, and I'm fine with that. I'm going to start with Maroon 5 when they were an actual band and not Adam Levine's show or whatever. Maroon 5, the album Songs About Jane. You got Sunday Morning, all the hits, basically.
Yeah,
any Maroon 5 song you like is from this album. And anything after this album is trash. So don't listen to it.
Strong opinion.
Listen, they stopped being a band after this album. It was just Adam Levine
and the boys
featuring these other guys.
Yeah. I agree with you. Songs About Jane, you're right. It's just, there's a lot of classics on there. Like, I'll still bump that today. Like, yeah, you're right.
I've been bumping it all week. So, no, it's, This Love, She Will Be Loved, Harder to Breathe, Sunday Morning, all the hits on that album. Yeah. So if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. It's a great album. Then I got into, from there, Under Oath. And if you don't know Under Oath, they are a hardcore band. But interestingly enough, they're a Christian hardcore band, if you didn't know that.
Wow. Okay.
Which, I mean, it makes sense. If you listen to their lyrics, they talk about God and Christianity.
It's like Creed? Like, no one really knew that they were...
So... it's not like Creed.
I didn't know that until I was like an adult. Like, I learned about that a few years ago, and I was like, wait a minute, what?
I mean, I didn't know Under Oath was a Christian band until like 2 weeks ago. So here we are.
There we go.
But very intense music. But for me as a drummer, incredible drumming, syncopated up the wazoo. And yes, I just used the word wazoo. It's just so intense. And it's nonstop. Like, the intensity never goes down throughout the entire album. So if you haven't listened to Under Oath, go listen to them. Aaron Gillespie was the drummer, who I was struggling to think about who the name is. Incredible drummer. And he's done other bands throughout his career. So anyway, go listen to Under Oath if you haven't. Next is The Strike, who I've listened to, and I think I've brought them up here a few times, but we're getting closer to summer, and it's very good summer upbeat pop music. So listen to The Strike. And then an oldie, All Time Low, who is like, good old punk pop.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing more to say about that. It's just good vibes. Summertime is here, so just want to listen to them. So that's my recent musings.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good ones. Actually, The Strike and All Time Low. We should add some of those songs to the Spotify playlist, because when you play The Strike, I always be like very, very vibey. I'd be like, this is summertime, and I know it's like 20 degrees outside. This is like back in January. He was playing it on time, and I was like, this is like great summer music. So yeah, definitely we got to put some on the playlist for sure.
It's great beach music. Heading to the beach, whatever, road trip. Listen to them.
Yeah.
So, what about you? What are you listening to for this week?
So yeah, I've been stuck. And I don't know, Daft Punk got me. I've been vibing. Giorgio Moroder. I was listening to a little bit of his stuff in the 70s, but mostly Daft Punk. Homework and Random Access Memories have been, I've been rocking with that lately. Voyager, for some reason, is just always on repeat, but that's where I've been. Yeah. Then I've been listening to Tribe Called Quest, early 90s hip hop group, fantastic music production, fantastic, using a lot of jazz vibes in their production. Sampling is great, just excellent vibes all around. I've been listening to that. Lately, I've been going back into my early 2010s. I've been feeling nostalgic of the EDM era, so I've been listening to Tiesto. I can't, it's just, he's one of my favorites. Very inspired by him. In particular, I was listening to like 2010s, like early EDM, and that DJ and producer was like the one that stand out the most for me. I've been vibing with his music lately. And last but not least, the star man himself, David Bowie. I can't. I've been Space Oddity, and it's just, I don't know. I can't stop. Just can't. Yeah, he's got me. He's got me. That's what I've been vibing with for the past couple of days, just on repeat with these guys. Yeah.
Well, quite a nice mix you got there this week. I think for both of us.
Yeah,
we're all over the place.
Yeah, we're very, like, literally covering every element of like music, just with our choices. Hey,
nothing wrong with it.
Exactly, nothing wrong with that.
But I'm excited to talk about today's artist spotlight. We're going to talk a lot about Muse today, and if you've never heard of Muse, that's okay, because surprisingly, I've talked to some people recently, and some people have no idea who Muse is, and I think there's a reason for that, which we'll get into. But I've been listening to Muse not since they came out, because they've been around since early 90s. Their first demo actually came out in 1995, but they've been around for a while. But I think their peak was right around early 2000s. So, we're going to talk about who they are, how they formed, their sound, and, their highs and lows. And what I like about them. I know you've said you listened to them a little bit recently, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about that as a new listener. And go from there, and hopefully maybe convince some people on here to check out Muse if you haven't listened to them recently.
Yeah. We'll definitely go into my little perspective a little later, but I think you guys are in for a treat. I'll leave it there.
That's it. That's all you get. It's a mystery.
There we go. I'm leave it there.
So let's talk about Muse. Who are they, right? So they're a 3-piece band, and they formed originally in the 90s, which was an interesting time. You have grunge music, you had not early, but you had alternative music. I'm thinking about Nirvana, I'm thinking about all these big grunge, bands at the time, and you had Muse start to come in with their own unique sound, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. But the band was fronted by their singer, guitar player Matt Bellamy, who is classically trained on the piano, and he's also had training, which is interesting, in operatic singing. So he has a little bit of classical training there, but just pure talent this man has. Not only in the way that he can play piano, guitar, and sing, but the way that he can compose his music, which says a lot to him as a musician. You know, he understands music, he understands theory of music, and he can quickly put together a song or can quickly tell others the vision of his song because I think of his training he's had. So Matt Bellamy, very talented. And so he was fronted the band. Now, he was also with, alongside his bass player, Chris Walstenholm on bass, and then Dominic Howard on drums. Both incredible musicians themselves. If you've ever listened to the song Hysteria, Chris on bass, the riff on that line is legendary. And then Dominic on the drums can really make the drums sing. He's not a one genre type drummer. He's very versatile in the way that he plays, but also very melodic in the way that he plays. So he really makes the drums kind of sing, but he also knows when to be extremely intense, which I think is kind of what Muse is. They are very good at creating tension and resolve, which says kind of goes back to, you know, Matt and his ability to write songs. That's a very important element of just classical music, which is, you know, creating tension and creating resolve. And I think he uses that technique a lot in his songwriting ability, which again we'll talk about. So formed in the early 90s, they blended classical piano sounds, heavy riffs on guitars, and sci-fi storytelling, really into something that was completely their own. And like I said, this was a unique sound that in the early, you know, mid 90s was unique, but even carrying it into, you know, early 2000s, even where they are now, no one really has this sound that they do. It's really, when you see them live, it's truly like an experience. It's not just, you know, you're going to see your favorite band. You're going to see a true performance with a lot of theatrics. So it's really cool. If you haven't seen Muse live, and you can, go see them. And something else they really mix in well that Matt does is he adds a lot of production. So like he'll add in synth, layers of synth, like tons of synth, and synth with piano, synth with you know, a vocoder, like his voice. So he adds in a lot of these different elements to his sound, which again goes back to who he is as a musician and his ability to kind of know what will sound really, really well. Interesting enough, though, early on, and I think for like the demo and maybe the first one or two albums, and I have to re-listen to a lot of their earlier stuff, like Plug Me In Baby, the EP, and I think Newborn, which was another EP that they came out with. A lot of people compared their sound to Radiohead at the time, which, you know, I'll go back and listen to the early stuff and listen a little bit more to Radiohead, and I can make a better comparison, because in my head right now, I don't see that as much, but maybe the earlier albums, there is some comparison there. I think the vocal, the tones, I think there is some similarities there. But overall, I think the sound of, you know, their songs and who they are, I don't see it as much. But maybe that's because I've listened to their early 2000 albums, you know, Black Holes and Revelations, The Resistance, Absolution, Origin of Symmetry, like those albums. And I know those albums have a more refined sound than what they had in the early, or like 95, 96, 97, those demos and EPs. But I'll have to do a re-listen to really make that comparison.
Yeah.
So I think that they really put themselves on the map just with having this unique, sound. And I think that got a lot of attention, especially in the later 90s, like 98, 99. I'm thinking of their self-titled EP, which came out in 98. Really started to put them on the map. I would even say their other EP in 1999, Muscle Museum, was even more refined. And then we start to get to, Origin of Symmetry, which to me was the like their first. That's the one I can remember and I really liked. It had songs on there like Bliss, Newborn, Space Dementia. Like those songs to me were really the early versions of the Muse that I came to really like. They were using a lot more synth layers. Their production value was obviously a lot better, I think. And you could really hear more of Matt and his vocal ability in terms of, he can sing those high notes and wail on them. And his guitar playing is just as good. He had very melodic guitar solos, but then also the piano, where he was just, this talented musician on the piano and came up with these dark but gorgeous kind of melodies, chords that would really complement everything else that was happening. So that I think kind of set them up for their breakthrough era, which I really think came through with the album Absolution. This is probably one of my more favorite albums by them. I don't know if it's my most favorite album. I'm kind of torn in between that, but it had a lot of tracks in there that were my favorite. One of them, Time Is Running Out, which at the time reached number 8 on the UK singles chart, and has sold more than that album itself has sold more than 3.5 million copies, worldwide. I also liked Butterflies and Hurricanes. Gorgeous synths in that song. Like, I don't know what he did for the production value of that. I don't know how he got some of those sounds, to be honest. I mean, I'm not a synth master. I don't know what, I don't know what he did, but it just was so gorgeous in that song, and the way he kind of set it up and composed it really sounds very memorable. And I can still hear it. You know what I mean? Also, Stockholm Syndrome, which if you want to talk about an intense, chaotic sound, listen to that song. Just go listen to it. And if you need to punch a hole through a wall, just listen to that song.
Yeah. I actually was about to ask you a question. So on Absolution, you were saying that they were shifting more towards synth productions, involved in melodies in particular. Do you think they shifted because of the vision that they had in mind for the theme, or was that just a gradual progression of their band?
I think it's both. I think it was a kind of a gradual progression. Like I said, I think the EP right before that, in 98, or 99, I can't remember, but there were hints of that sound already.
Yeah.
So they were obviously, experimenting. And I think when we got to this album, which was 2003, they've kind of refined those sounds.
Gotcha.
So, and I think this was, and I want to, not to put down maybe, I don't know. To be fair, I don't know. I was going to say, I think this is more Matt's vision, because he is the lead, he is the front man of Muse, right? This is his, I don't know if it's his band, but he started the band.
No, I get you. You're right.
And I think he does have a lot of he's the driver of the vision of this band. And I'm sure Chris and Dominic have added a lot to
Yeah.
whatever that vision is, but I think he's kind of the driver of where the sound of this band goes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he had a lot to do with that. And we start to get into this album, and it's very refined, and the songs flow in a way that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound like an early EP where every song is like a different idea. It kind of
Right.
all flows into itself.
Correct. Yeah. That I think we've talked about it before, how important it is in albums in particular to have your track list to actually flow into one another, because it gives more of a complete experience versus an EP when you're just coming out. You're just trying to give different range of what your artistry is. But when it's like an actual like direction, yeah, you're right.
Right.
It's just a much better experience for the listener.
Yeah, and I think again he knew where this was going. This album was just, again, he knew that technique of, there was so much tension in a lot of these songs. But there was also songs that had a lot of resolve, a lot of release. Like I'm thinking of, in the track list you have Hysteria, which is builds, and there's a lot of tension at the end, and it goes into the song Butterflies and Hurricanes, which kind of just resolves all that tension. And then even I'm looking at it, it's like Stockholm Syndrome, which is just pure chaos and energy. And then you go into Hysteria, which is also still tension. So it's like two songs of just building and tension. And then you go into Butterflies and Hurricanes, and it's just like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's
It's a little break, because the next song, Fury, is also right back to like tension.
Oh man.
So it's a roller coaster, and you listen to it, and it's just, he's so good at like, I'm gonna build. Here's a little break, but I'm gonna go right back to building again. It's just a ride, this album. I think that's why I really liked this album.
I get that. I get it.
So, we go into this album, which he finally kind of shows us his side of like tension and energy and resolving all that tension. And then we get into his next album, which I think this is actually my favorite. I'm making that decision right now.
What? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm making that decision. And there was a bit of a break between these two albums, because Absolution was 2003. This one, which is Black Holes and Revelations, was 2006. So it was like a 3-year gap. But this album was probably, not probably, it's my favorite album, I think, by them. Because this was just, you took Absolution and you just increase the intensity. So think more distorted guitars, think just more tension without so much release. Like there's less release. It's just tension. So it's like everything just scaled up. They just took Absolution and just scaled it up.
Right.
Essentially. And I think my favorite song is on this album, which is Knights of Sidonia. And if you haven't heard that song, and I'm talking to you, Pat, along with our listeners, but specifically to you.
Okay.
If you have not heard that song, I'm going to need you after this recording to listen to it and send me a text message after you listen to it.
I could do that. And I want Derek to, and I'll double down on that. I want you to screenshot that, and then we're gonna put it up. We're gonna put it up on the IG. I promise. You know what? I will, because I will say, like I said before, I'm kind of ashamed that I just discovered them, and I think I've heard the name before, but the few songs I've been listening to for the past couple of days, I think I was telling before the pod, I don't know why Psycho spoke to me. I don't know. So I'm more looking at myself, but that I added it to my gym workout playlist, and it's just I don't know what's going on. It is definitely like a high intensity, but everything you've been describing so far, I'm like upset at myself, because I love sci-fi stuff. I love cinematic themes. I love I love when the band or an artist is trying to create an experience by one, tension. I for some reason I love that. And then when you have a song that's like melodic and pleasant and like it's just, to me, I'm more upset. But regarding this song, I promise. I promise I will listen to this right after, and then Derek can screenshot it and just, he doesn't even have to say anything. He could just he just screenshot it and send it up on IG. It. Yeah, that's it. I promise. Yeah, this will be fantastic. I will listen to it. This sounds wonderful.
But anyway, yeah, do that, because any song on this album, I mean, I can listen to it. They're just chef's kiss.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you have Starlight, which that one's actually more, there's your release right there. So it's the second track. It's kind of, they're easing you in, kind of lulling you into this sense of security. And then you go right into the next song, which is Supermassive Black Hole, which is a chaotic like space vibey groove song. And then you keep going. You have Assassin, City of Delusion, Hoodoo, and then Knights of Sidonia, which is their final track on this album. And it's just
don't for the listeners, yes, but don't say no much. I like going into things blindly, but this sounds like no offense, what you're describing sounds like a soundtrack to a movie. And
yeah, no joke.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
a lot of it.
Okay,
a lot of it.
Say no more. I'm already. I've heard a few songs. I may have probably heard one or two songs from this album, but I promise I'm going to listen to it.
And I think, I mean, Knights of Sidonia, it literally wasn't just a song. There was a music video that went with it. It was very much a cinematic experience. And I'm looking it up because I have to. I'm pretty sure it actually was used in a movie.
Oh, okay.
I think it was. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was used in the movie 300.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I watched.
So it was used in the movie.
Was that 2009, 2010? Was that 300 came out? I think I saw that movie way too many times. So
it was also used in Happy Gilmore too.
That's a very giant difference, but I'll say no more. I haven't seen I haven't seen that either. I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2, but I've seen the first one, but I've seen 300 a lot. So I'm now thinking to myself, I'm like, which scene does that stand out? Like, anyway, I'll figure it out.
So you're gonna hear the song and you're probably immediately gonna
clock it.
You'll see the scene. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe you're right. You're probably right.
Who knows? We'll see. So I think this album was like the big, breakthrough for them. The album did really well for them, but it just also put their name on the spot, I think, as a band. Because at this point, for me, I remember this album came out and this was like literally all I listened to. So it was an amazing album. I think it sold over, I want to say, let me see. I'm gonna look it up because I'm not sure.
Go for it.
I think it was, so it had over 9 million albums sold worldwide. So in the UK, it was certified for platinum 4 times over.
Goodness.
And in the United States, it was certified platinum for having over 1 million copies sold.
Goodness.
So it did pretty well.
Pretty well? I think that's an
understatement.
Well. That sounds like an understatement to me.
Like it did okay, you know.
Yeah,
Right.
just a little bit. There you
go. Just a little okay. So that really got them out there.
Mm.
And this kind of goes into the next segment here of,
Mm.
Muse at the time, they knew their formula. They
Mm-hmm.
knew what sold for them, and they knew their sound. And I think it came from in the early 90s kind of refining, working on that sound. But by the time they got to the early 2000s, it's like they knew it. They had it, they refined it. And they really thrived on, like I was saying, that contrast between tension release.
Yeah.
But also with that is the instrumentation. And I think that goes back to Matt Bellamy, because he knew I can have songs that have very soft piano that all of a sudden will just explode into chaotic guitar solos or wild bass parts, or crazy sci-fi, synth chords out of nowhere. And I think that obviously captivated people, and it really caught the attention because it was such a different sound. And in their songs themselves, they have, themes of control, resistance. They talk a lot about politics, technology, all of this. Like I'm thinking of the album The Resistance. These are all themes within that album. So it's kind of all intertwined into their writing, into their storytelling. And then just the talent of who they are. Matt's vocals just kind of blaring through all of it. It can move from a whisper to something almost like operatic out of nowhere. And same thing with the bass parts, can have these very smooth bass lines, but all of a sudden these very syncopated, rhythmic bass lines that are just captivating and really carry the song. And same thing with the drums. Dominic, again, make the drums sing. He knew how to compose, his drum parts for whatever the song called for. And something about Muse is it's not a simple like pop beat that you can do.
Right.
It's usually very orchestral and complicated parts that take somebody who knows that instrument really well.
Right.
So, their formula is just, it's theatrical, it's intense, and that is, I think, unmistakably, that's Muse right there. Which again it kind of puts them into their own little pocket in their own world that makes them very different from everything else out there. And I think that's just what I remember what captivated me and what caught my attention when I first started listening to them was, this is not really like anything I've listened to in my time. A band that I can draw similarities between with Muse, honestly, would be like Queen.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I see what you're saying.
Not exact, right? But there's a lot of similarities. I think in the theatrics, I think in the way they, Freddie Mercury sang was similar in some ways to Matt, but also very talented band. Guitars, drums, everyone. So there's some similarities. I wouldn't say it's exact parallels, but that's the only band I could truly make a connection to with Muse in my head.
I see what you're saying, and I think I can see the comparison. In my opinion, they are, from my little exposure, I know it, like, as you said, some people may not like that. I actually love it because, well, one, at the time in the early 2000s, people were trying to be more technical. I'm sorry, well, not technical, more futuristic, more sci-fi. And I think with their vibes and what they're trying to do, I think it's great. I think it's, the fact that it's cinematic, the fact that they're keeping themes. And one thing I also like is the fact I'm on my toes. The fact that I can't really predict what you're going to do next. That's, no offense, if you want an easy listen, I get it. There's bands for that. There's bands everywhere who do that. But if you want an experience, and I think, no offense, especially in the pop, punk, alternative like genre, I think the concept is supposed to be like that's the word I'm looking for. I would say more like challenging. It's supposed to be challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what, my opinion, I think that's what's great about it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, if you want something easy to listen to, go listen to nice Backstreet Boys. You know, your instincts. Hey, you know, we all love that. I love that. All right?
I do. At times, you're right. You're actually right. Yeah.
Go listen to them. Ain't no shame in that game. But sometimes you want to listen to something that's just going to blow your head off.
Yeah.
And this is Muse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's here if you want it. And if you don't,
that's okay.
Backstreet Boys are there too.
Hey, look. Hey, I listen to Vanessa Carlton from time to time. Don't judge me. I listen to Britney Spears. It's okay. That's fine. But other times you have like, I'm angry and I want to listen to something that really understands me. And that's what they're there for.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's whatever flavor you want, you know, it's all there.
Yeah. It's all there.
So, you know, they had their formula. They kind of knew where they were going. And I think this is the part where I kind of make my departure with. So anything after, and we were talking about this before, anything after like 2009-ish is where I stopped kind of listening to Muse. Because that would be the last album that I really listened to from them was The Resistance. And then anything after that, they kind of went this path that I did not join them on that path. I didn't go with them. And I think that's a little bit of the controversy. A lot of listeners and people who listened to Muse from the beginning kind of stopped listening to them. I think because their sound changed a bit after that album. And there's a few albums that came out after. You have The Second Law, which was 2012. You have Drones, which was 2015. Simulation Theory, which came out in 2018. And I think they're coming out with an album this year.
Yeah, next month, June 2026, I believe, which is a Friday. I'll tell you right.
It's called The Wow Signal.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. Yeah.
I will listen to it. And you know, we'll see. I'm interested. But their sound changed. It kind of went from this epic, you know, arena cinematic rock sound where it's just big drums, wide sound, to more electronic, but not electronic in the way that I would want it to be. Meaning not like, you know, Daft Punk kind of way. Just unique and different.
That's Derek being polite.
It's not who I want them to be. It's not the sound that I grew up listening to. But I think that's who Muse is, right? So like they do change a few times, and maybe that's just what they wanted to do, and that was part of their vision. Like I know the album, I did listen to the album Drones, and you know, there's a few good songs on there I think that I liked, but overall as an album, I don't think it was strong. And I think they're trying to push their ideas further with, you know, how can we take these synth layers and add more, I don't know, weird sounds, like weird sci-fi sounds into it. It was too much of like sci-fi sound where it almost sounded like legitimately a movie soundtrack with no movie. So it was kind of hard to understand the concept that they're putting out.
Right. So they had an idea. They were blending more synth and production value to their, their sound. But then somewhere along the way, they changed fundamentally to the point where this is now, we're not integrating it. This is it. Like that. And instead of remembering what, draw people to them, as like, okay, cool. You blended certain elements and you experimented here and there. But now you're like, no, we're diving full force into that. And yeah, that you can lose certain people if their sound change. Like bands and artists do grow and evolve, which is fine. But if you evolve in a direction that is, let's say, not where you started, where you got more of your core bass and sound from, you can lose people. And I get that. So we've seen it all the time, and unfortunately sometimes the evolution is great, and then other times, I guess in this case, it didn't pan out well.
Not at all.
I'm sorry.
Not at all. But I don't think they did terrible with these albums. I don't think they did as well as the early 2000s. So they lost a little bit of their steam, but that's fine. They're older gentlemen now, and I think they're going to be heading into retirement doing well.
That was like a forced retirement.
Yeah, a little. Just no one to hang it up, boys.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But listen, we'll see. Maybe this album, the wow signal.
Maybe it's a signal that they're heading back. They're heading back to it.
I already do not like this the album title. But anyway, it's giving off Angels and Airwaves vibes.
Sorry.
Just who I did listen to, by the way. I can't make fun of myself because I did listen to Angels and Airwaves, but they're terrible. Anyway, let's get back to Muse. So their live experience, and if you've never seen Muse live, I think that is where they shine. Like they are unreal live. They are arena rock, just like I said before, huge cinematic rock, big drums, wide sound. You feel like you're front row from wherever you sit in whatever arena or wherever you are. The sound is just massive, and I don't know how they do it. Somehow they pull it off. Their production value live is really good. And it's not just like a concert. Like they're not just playing songs, they're telling a story. So they have a lot of production value to go with it. Pyrotechnics, fireworks, huge like visual screens, costumes. They had like dancers at one. It was strange, but it whatever. But it was fun. It's like, it's a space rock journey, and you're coming along for the ride. So it's a lot of fun. And lasers. They love lasers. Lasers everywhere. Like everywhere is lasers. So just get ready for that.
All right.
But I think that for me, at least when I saw them, I've only seen them twice live. I saw them at Jones Beach Theater, which if anyone who lives in New York, you know where that is. It's a great venue. It's a beautiful venue. The sound there is terrible, but somehow I remember Muse had the sound sounding great. I don't know what they did, but they fixed it.
They should hire them and say, "Hey, you want to stay here for a little bit?
Just figure it out for us, thanks."
Yeah.
So if you ever get the opportunity, which they are older men now, so I don't know how much longer they got, but go see them live, because that's the meat and potatoes.
Right there. Right there. Hey, no, you're right. That's the meat and potatoes. That's everybody goes there for. Hey, you're right. You're right. Stand on it.
No, because he can sing. He could sing live. He's got the talent. They can play their instruments live. It sounds legitimate, so it's great. There's no like weird backtracks or auto tune in bad places. Like it's legitimate. It's a legitimate performance.
Yeah, you know what? I think I think autotune should. Yeah, I'll stop talking. I was gonna let my opinion go. Autotune.
I'm gonna here's my scent. I think that autotune has a place in some degree in some places.
Sure.
I don't think it has a place live. Just turn it off. Turn it off.
I agree. Okay. Like as I'm thinking about like Daft Punk had. There was this. I'm thinking of the song where they had like,
unless it is being used as like an effect.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
fine. But if it's being used as like, oh no, we have to like fix your voice because you're terrible, then no.
Yeah.
And turn it off.
Yeah.
And let everybody hear what it really is.
That sounds like a threat at the same time as much as a comfort. I'm sorry.
You better watch out. I'll run up on stage and turn it off.
Oh, wait a minute. No offense. Oh, man. There's certain people that would probably... oh, man. You strike fear in their heart if you told them.
I'm imagining like a giant switch that's just like auto-tune on, off.
And Darren just slaps it down. Oh, my goodness.
Like that's a button somewhere.
I mean, technically it is, but... If you pull the power cord out, I'm sure somebody's
oh, there you go. Everything goes.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That's funny.
Anyway, yeah, so go see them live if you haven't, and you can. Please go do it.
Yeah.
So I think, as we kind of wrap this up, there's some, if you've never listened to Muse, I'm going to give you some tips on what tracks to listen to that will kind of give you the essence of who Muse is. So it's like, these 4 tracks I think will put you on the path to Muse. Starlight, that's a good one to start with. Not so much tension. It's got a nice vibe. It's like a sci-fi space love song. So listen to that. That's a good one to start with. Go into Uprising, a little more chaotic, but now you're starting to get into their sound of who they are, right? Then you go into Plug In Baby, which is just a fun rock sci-fi love song. I'll say that. And then you end with Supermassive Black Hole.
Okay.
Which, and actually Knights of Sidonia.
I was about to say, I was going to bring that up. Okay.
You have to have that in there too.
And I'm going to add Psycho. Why? I don't know. I can't stop playing.
It's a good song.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I had to throw my 2 cents.
If you haven't listened, we're going to put those tracks on our
yes, we're going to put them up.
Musings playlist, so you can listen to them. But go try them out. Go try them out.
Yeah,
and let us know. Each one shows a different side of the band, so check them out. But Muse, I love them. They refuse to think small. They always think massive. How can we go bigger? How can we go louder? How can we go stranger? How can we go more into the sci-fi world? And it works for them. It's just, it has worked for them. They've kind of got off that path, but maybe they'll find their way back. Who knows? But it's just always worked for them. And I really respect their ability and their talent and their just tenacity to just do whatever it takes to make a wild and crazy sci-fi rock journey. And that's all I want sometimes. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Just need that.
Yeah, definitely.
So as a recent Muse listener,
Okay.
you know, how do you feel? Actually, and you said you liked that song. What was it, Psycho?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you're going to go listen to Knights of Sidonia.
I will.
You're going to report back.
I will.
And you're going to tell me how much more you enjoy that song than Psycho.
Okay. That is a tall order, but the fact that you're saying this so confidently makes me nervous.
Oh yeah.
Because I you're like he's gonna lose his mind. But and to honestly talk about like Muse in my perspective, like I get the comparisons to Radiohead, but I see it I see the comparison, but I see them vastly different. I get why, but I think Muse is much more, not say intense, but I think they're much more confident in what they're doing, if that makes sense. Like the fact that they're willing to experiment with that sound. I think Radiohead like with textures and like, you know, unique sounds and, you know, eerie. I get it. Their vibe was that. If I'm not trying to just put them in one group, but with Muse, I get much more of a complete experience, if that makes sense. The fact that, like, you know, I've heard only a few songs, but I think they're very, very, very energetic and very intense, but I like that. And one of the, as I said before, the fact that I can't predict what you're gonna do with your song and with their album, that's exactly what it should be happening. You don't, like I said, if you want that easy experience, there's bands, there's artists that will do that. They'll rinse and repeat 100%. But I think the element of challenging yourself sonically as an artist and as a listener is fantastic. So for me, like I said, I'm more upset that I am new to it, but you know, I need more. I love the idea of discovering new artists and bands and groups, and the fact that, you know, I have what's probably several albums to listen to catch up. It's great.
Yeah, so, you know, you got some homework out of you.
Yeah. Hey, look, hey, with like Bad Sons and like other bands that I, you know, obviously been around for a very long time, and I've just, you know, it's great. That's okay. That's a good thing. And it just explains that there's just so much music out there. And now I'm going to go listen to Nights of Sidonia, as you pronounce it?
Sidonia.
Yep. And see if I can recall which scene in 300 it's from. And also report back.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Please do.
I will. Yeah, my word.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Thank you for listening to us, and thank you for joining us on this Muse sci-fi journey today. If you like this episode and our podcast, please subscribe and follow us on our website. Everything will be linked in our bio from this episode. And you know, shoot us an email. Let us know. Check out our Spotify playlists. We always update it. We'll update it with our Muse songs. And just give us any feedback. Tell us your thoughts. Yeah. Appreciate you following us.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
See you next time.
Take care.
Thank you for listening to today's podcast. If you have an idea for an intro or an outro that we could play on our show, please send to musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com.
If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please email us at musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com.